Hi, my name is Jason, and today I'll be doing my presentation on mean and expected probability. I'm in Math 32, Section '06, and I'm in the fall 2020 semester. So without further ado, let's get into it. So first, we have to take a look at the definitions of what a mean and an expected probability is. So if we take a look, what a mean is basically the mathematical average of all the numbers in a chosen data set. So when we're talking about statistics, generally speaking, we'll have a set of data. Sometimes it could be larger or smaller, but usually there's multiple data sets. So for example, if we look at the bell curve at the bottom here, we'll see that there's a set number of data sets in each chosen data point, and the middle point, the middle line right there, the middle dotted line, would be the mean because it's the average of what everyone has. And we'll take a look at some examples later on how to exactly calculate the mean. And so if we take a look at the expected probability, the math definition is the summation or integration of a possible value from random variables, or more simply put in regular layman terms, it would be what the average outcome of a set of probabilities would look like. So for example, if we have if we're going to a casino, for example, we don't know exactly what each outcome would be for each individual rule, but we can probably expect what the average of each outcome would be. And so we'll take a look at an example for that so then we can get a better understanding on how that works. So with that in mind, let's take a look at some examples. So the first one we can take a look at is the means. So in this case, we can take a look at a bank account. So for example, if we have a bank with 3 clients and each of the clients had $100, $200, and $300 respectively, what would be the mean of each account? So in order to calculate the mean in this case, we would have to add up the total amount of money the bank has. And so since the bank has 3 clients with 3 amounts of money, we just add the total amounts up. So the first account has $100, second account has $200, and the third account has $300. If we add it up, that's equivalent to $600. Now, if we divide it by the total number of accounts, or the number of people who hold the money, which is 3 total accounts, it means that on average, there is $200 in each account, which would be the mean. So if we take a look at the bottom, of course, the mean of what each client holds is approximately $200. Now we can take a look at the expected probability. So for example, we can go back to the casino example. So say the casino is holding a poker tournament. And so in this poker tournament, every round where the gambler wins, the casino loses $100. But every time the casino wins, and the gambler loses, it wins $1,000. And so the house is expected to win 15% of the time, and that means that the gambler is expected to win 85% of the time. So using this data, what are the casino's expected probabilities or earnings per round? So in order to calculate this, all we have to do is we have to take a look at the losses of each lost round. So in each round that the casino loses, it loses $100. And since it loses 85% of the time, we multiply it by 0.85, and that means that per round on average, it loses $85. Now, the casino also wins $1,000, and it wins $1,000 every 15% of the time. So we multiply by 0.15, and it means that every round, the casino earns $150. So if we add them together, right, it loses 85%, $85 per round, and it earns $150 back per round on expected probability. It means that if we repeat this over and over again, the casino should be expected to win $65 per round. So now let's take a look at some real-world implications. And so for the mean, generally speaking, it's used to find larger data sets such as the GDP. So then we're able to estimate what each person earns per year. Just an example, right? So the GDP per capita. So it's very good at averaging very large data sets out. As for the expected probability, it can help with large amounts of data as well, where we can't look at individual data points. So this can be used in things like marketing, where we don't know what each individual customer will want or what each individual customer will buy, but we can average it out and understand about how much money, for example, a given company will earn. And with that in mind, I think we were done explaining what mean expected probability is. Here are some of the sources that I've used. Thank you so much for your time and attention. Bye.